Hey, aren't you coming? It's Brad from myBSlife. It's BS Banter number 11. Let's get going. HelloFresh, let's check it out. Hey, okay, so here we go. Now, I've never ordered one of those like food to your house delivery things before, but what I was doing is this. A friend of mine sent me a code because he'd had this company, HelloFresh, deliver meals to him. So with this code, I got $120 worth of free groceries. I don't know what it really cost, but that's what they were gonna charge me. So I ordered these groceries, total came to $121.22. So this box full of food delivered to my house from somewhere cost me exactly $1.22. So if you were someone who's looking for extremely inexpensive food in a box, this is how you do it. So this is my first unboxing. A lot of you know who've been part of my life before. I like to open things up with a big knife because I don't really have, oh, just a second, one got away from us there. So I don't really have any other ways to do it. So as we take a look at this, let's see what we got inside. I should have 3 meals that feed 4 people, which is great because I'll always have leftovers because at most there's 2 people in my house. So, cardboard right here, cardboard right here. Let's see what we've got. We've got a bag that says pork tacos. So if we figure this out, this entire bag, including meat and everything else, would have cost me 40 cents. Let's see what this one is. Well, this one weighs a lot. Man, the beef and bean chili. Beef and bean chili right here. This bag also cost me roughly 40 cents. And this final bag right here, let's see what's in this one. This one right here cost me 40 cents. It is chopped salad, gyro, or some people call them gyro wraps. I'm most excited with this one. So that's 3 meals, 40 cents each. I've got recipes. Oh, look at this. I've got meats. Meat, I'm sure this meat alone, this ground beef alone would be more than 40 cents. So this, I got some ground pork, and what's this right here? I've got this right here. Oh, we've also got some Beyond Burger. That's because it's a plant-based burger thing. I'm giving this a try. As you know, I will eat anything, I will try anything. So if you're someone who wants an inexpensive, fantastic way to feed yourself, maybe someone else for a week, I got $120 worth of food for $1.22. 3 full meals for 4 people. I'll let you know how they taste after. Haven't eaten any of them yet, but this right here is some great BS value. Okay, so myBSlife is, I'm excited to see what this turns out as. You sign up, you get your free thing, and then you just have to make sure you cancel it before they're gonna bill you another one. Now, some people might say, why are you canceling it? Because I don't know if I actually like this or not, so I don't wanna actually be automatically billed. I'll keep you posted on if I bill more. Right now though, this is what we got, my first ever unboxing. Thanks for being a part of it. We've got meats, we've got bags, we've got more meat, we've got more meat. This is, look at all this different meat. I'm excited. This will be a week where what I eat this week, I should be the week I track because it's very exciting. Thanks so much. I'll keep you posted. This is amazing. Maybe this isn't the most flattering camera angle, I'm not really sure, but I think maybe this is better. It gives me a bit of a punch spine thing. Anyway, I digress. HelloFresh, I'll let you know what I think. Good work, we'll be in touch. HelloFresh! Here we go, HelloFresh first meal. We're gonna find out if this bag of HelloFresh is worth the 40 cents it cost us. That's right, 40 cents for this bag of HelloFresh. Can't wait, let's open it up. Inside, we have bag of greens. We have 2 small green sticks. We have 1 red awkward shape. We have hummus. We have collection of pitas. We have 3 potatoes. We also have some Greek yogurt. 2 white wine vinegars. 1 more hummus. Chili garlic sauce. Oh, here we go. A bag of shawarma spice. Spicy. And last but not least, second last thing, 1 more awkward shaped tomato that has clearly taken a beating with all these dents in it right here. This thing has been through the ringer. Look at this right here, this part right here. It has been, let's just say, it has not been loved and respected. And don't forget our Beyond Meat, because none of this is real meat apparently. Healthy options, instructions, 30 minutes. We'll see if it's ready. I'll show you the results and give you the time. Boom! All right, here we go. The first of the 3 meals for works out 40 cents a meal is right here. You can see, I think I did a reasonably good job making it look like the picture. One small setback, used all the shawarma spice on the fries. So I had to improvise using some jerk spice on the meatless meat, whatever it is. Anyway, we're gonna give this a try. This is what it is. That's what I'm going for right here. See what we got. Pitas are okay. Good bit of heft to it. See? I will say, first one 3 meals for 40 cents, I would definitely get it again. That's my BS Life review on the first one, which is chopped salad, Euro wrap, right here. Meat alternative for you non-meat eaters, you herbivores. I'm an omnivore, but I'm mixing up today. Meatless. Not bad, 40 cents, great value. I'll let you know when the next one happens. HelloFresh, here we go, the second bag, and today it is pork tacos. We're gonna see if we're gonna get our 40 cents worth of value out of this one. Here's the official opening up of the bag. Let's see what we've got inside this guy. We've got bag of lettuce. Uh-oh, looks juicy. Did someone juice on our lettuce? Oh no. All right, let's see what this is. We've got cilantro. We've got Monterey Jack. We've got some tortillas. We've got right here some tomato sauce. I think they mean salsa. We've got some tomatoes that have been, ooh, that was juicing. We've got some beat up tomatoes. 2 of these little guys right here. Huh? Little lime time. We've got some chopped onions. We've got a avocado. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little bits of garlic, AKA whatever the guy could put in his hand. And we've got a bag of Mexican seasoning. La 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 la. So we're gonna see if I can turn all of this into this in just 35 minutes. We'll see what it looks like in the end. Okay, so here we go. Pork tacos by HelloFresh. See what it looks like. Looks fairly similar to the picture. They've got what looks like some kind of black beans in there, and we didn't get those, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. As well as they've got a big mix, spring mix on the side. Let's see, I'm gonna bite into this guy. See how it is. It's a good pork taco, for sure. And you get it for 40 cents, you get a great amount of food. Not bad at all. I'll let you know how they all compare to each other. Another meal from HelloFresh. Here we go. The final one, the final HelloFresh meal. This is the beef and bean chili. Giving this one a try. Did we save the best for last? I have no idea. We're gonna find out. So this is the final meal of the 3-pack that I got for $1.20. We'll see if, am I getting 40 cents worth of value out of this meal? That is the real question. Let's see what's in the bag. Okay. A bag of Fritos, delicious. Second bag of Fritos, because it's for the family of 4, even though there's only 2. But the reason why I chose the family of 4-pack is because I had a free $120 at HelloFresh. The feeding just 2 people came to like $75. The family of 4 came to $122. So by doing this, it was actually $121.20, but by doing this, for $1.20, I get way more food. Here we go. We also got some of these. We've got a can of this, which was right beside one of these red guys, which, as you can see right here, took a bit of a beating. You can see right here, bit of a splitter. Okay. We've got another one of these red ones right over here. We've got some more cans, goods, cans. We've got a whole bunch of what looks to be Galia sour cream. 1, 2, 3, and a 4th. And then to top it all off, we finish off with some red onion. We finish off with some Mexican seasoning, ole. We finish off with some more Mexican seasoning, ole. We finish off with 1 bag of cheese. I feel like we should have had twice as much cheese. Right? I think they would get this the two, but they're cheaping on the cheese. We'll see. Maybe that's a little harsh. And one green ball here. Looks like a lime. There we are. This is what we've got. I'm gonna put this together. This is what it needs to look like coming from this bag, and this is everything. I will let you know how it turns out. Let's see what happens. Here we go. The third and final installment of HelloFresh. 40-cent meal. Here's what we did. Here is what I did. How good is it? How close is it? Pretty close. Is it flaming hot? We're about to find out right now. Let's see. For the record, 30 minutes, not happening. Closer to an hour. You're gonna let this thing boil down. How soupy do they want it? It is not soupy at all here. Definitely more than the 30-minute cook. Very misleading if you're under time crunch. Here we go. Got some chips. I got some of this other stuff in it. Oh my goodness. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's flaming hot. Okay, I might go down to 3rd-degree burns of the mouth right here, the upper mouth, also known as the roux guy if you're looking for official mouth terminology. Here we go. And this is gonna be a mistake. Here we are, right? All right, here we go. Yep, I like the cheese. I like the cheese dangle. All right, we're in. All right, flavor, pretty good. Raging heat. Raging inferno. Raging inferno. I can feel the roof of my mouth, the skin peeling off like a bad paint job. Raging inferno. Okay. Wow. Okay, pretty good. Flavor's not bad, but I can still taste some of the buds are gone. Those little taste buds, the little buds of taste, they're gone. Anyway, not bad. In the end, I'll give my official breakdown of my HelloFresh review for all 3 meals in a little bit. Not right now, because right now I want to eat this while it's hot. I will get back to you on the breakdown of all 3 and what I think of HelloFresh. So, HelloFresh, I did HelloFresh for 1 week, and you guess what it was? Dinner solved. Or if you're wondering, that's dinner solved in French. This is HelloFresh in French. Because the name stays exactly the same in French or English because that's their trademark name. Okay, HelloFresh, 3 meals, $120. Cost me $1.21 because I had a free $120 coupon, which for me made it great, 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 great value. I had the meatless, or the special meat variety gyro. I had the pork tacos, and I had the chili. Each one of them was good. It was fresh coming to the door. So if your question is, Brad, would you get HelloFresh? My response to you is, I can insert your name here because I'm not sure what I would call you, but I'd say your name was, Jim. I'd say, Jim, give HelloFresh a try. Try it with a coupon, get it free for 1 week, Jim. See what you think. If you forget to cancel your subscription, which is gonna cost you more, then it's $120 for 2 weeks worth of groceries. That's value. $60 for a week of groceries is excellent value, but for me, I canceled after 1 week. Will I get HelloFresh again? I very well may get HelloFresh again because it's HelloFresh and it is my dinner solved. So, as I continue on, excellent value. The only thing I would maybe fix is the way they package up the tomatoes because they took an absolute beating. They got thrashed by the tin cans being thrown around in the box before it was on my porch. As you can see, it goes right to the front step. In the end, it saves you a trip to the grocery store, it saves you money on gas or riding public transportation, saves you dealing with all kinds of people, picking through, touching all their stuff, masking up, going through, catching it all. In the end, HelloFresh, was it fresh? It was fresh. Was it good? It was good. Was it worth $120? That's for you to decide. For me, I feel like there's good value there, simplified your life. HelloFresh, dinner solved. Have an amazing time. That's Brad. That's my take on HelloFresh. Let me know what you think. If you've tried one of these things, let me know what you think. Or if you have another company you've used, let me know how they compare to HelloFresh. Last week I had a chance to share all kinds of stories from my childhood. In fact, from the first 7 years I went to school, including senior kindergarten, when I was unceremoniously placed behind the piano by Mrs. Johansson. I still haven't forgotten, but I still haven't turned my back on the piano even though I never learned to play. That being said, many of you are kind enough to share your stories with me. So now's a chance for me to share them with you. We've got Oscar along. In case you're wondering, I'm in a room. It's not even in my house. This jacket is not my jacket. This dog is not even my dog. But I'm gonna have a chance to share these stories with you. And these stories, none of them are my stories. So, here we go. Our first we're gonna share is a story from Natasha. Natasha talks about the fact that when she was in grade 3, a boy yanked on her ponytail. She returned the favor by giving him a bloody nose. That being said, Natasha, sensitive, kind, and caring individual was, the next day she felt so bad, she brought him a flower lollipop. Natasha, it's people like you who add to the community. Your tender spirit, I love the fact you taught him a lesson, but in the end, you showed him that you forgave him by giving the lollipop. Very tender, Natasha. We also heard from Jinalyn. She said she always had a naughty side during her school days. She pretended to be sick when she wasn't actually sick. I don't condone this, and I'm not saying I've ever done it, but if it has happened in the past, I understand why these things have happened. Thankfully, she has not brought that into her college days. So Jinalyn, I like to see the fact that you've grown up, you've changed, matured as a person. I also like the fact that you've had an opportunity to take advantage of some of those days when you're younger, more formative years. Thank you for sharing your story. As we continue on, Adrian and Nico, always general, beautiful banter, and they come from the west coast of Canada, so some of these are international. They're the other end of the country, and as you know, Canada's a very big country. So for them, they love some of my stories, which is wonderful. They gave it a full watch, but from there, one thing they said was one of their favorite memories of coming home on the first day of kindergarten, rushing up to their mom saying that he found the woman who's going to be his wife. Unfortunately, she ran away from him. So Adrian, Nico, I'm sorry if I hope that hasn't always been your experience with women your entire life, where every time you meet them, you want to marry them, they run away from you. There is a very popular movie based on this. I believe Julia Roberts was in it many, many years ago in the 90s called Runaway Bride. She also struggled with commitment issues. So Adrian, Nico, if things have improved for you over time, I hope so. But 25 years later, it says people still talk about how ridiculous you were. I hope that by now your luck has changed with women in your life. Thank you so much for sharing. Celine Ferocious shares with us. She brought up the fact that it wasn't her first day of school, but one of her favorite memories of the fact actually inhibited her entire life when she missed learning how to read the hands on a clock due to the fact she suffered from pneumonia. There's all kinds of things we can deal with here. I'm sorry you were very sick as a child, Celine. That's horrible. I'm glad you've rallied and you're still with us today, because there was a point in time when pneumonia could be extremely, extremely dangerous and people didn't always survive pneumonia. But the fact that the fact you're still telling time, I'm glad we have digital to this day. Celine, though, you had a lot in your mind, and I love the fact you brought these up. I love the fact that when you're in kindergarten, you met a boy named John. He asked you to be his girlfriend. Then he threw up on your Pocahontas backpack. Now, I understand. Relationships can have their struggles. Trust me. I could tell you some stories, but tonight it's not about me. These are about your stories. But the fact that he vomited all over your Pocahontas backpack, I can understand how crushing that would be, and clearly that was a sign that maybe you two are not meant to be together. Because Pocahontas was a strong woman, and she was being well represented on your backpack. From there, you also talked about when you were in 3rd grade, you made a kid laugh who's drinking High C. If you haven't had High C, it's a very sugary, delicious drink, which some kids who struggle with energy issues can really get them going. And he spit it out his mouth all over you, staining your new Hanson t-shirt red. So the new Hanson t-shirt red would be crushing, because for those of you who don't know Hanson was an bop band. Bop, zibbity doop doop, bop, dum dum. That's really all I know. But she got the last laugh because she had the big win, where later on she was actually able to 2 years ago go on their tour, which I think is absolutely amazing. So that's a huge win for you. From Molly, she said one of the biggest things that stands out to her in her childhood is the fact that she once broke her left arm tripping over a friend who had her legs spread out on the floor. Always challenging, because sometimes we have friends who sit and they leave random body parts different places, and sometimes we're not always paying attention the way we should. So I'm glad you survived that. And there we go. Run with Brad, and he's always a special part in my heart just because his name is Brad. So Brad, a fellow namesake, I appreciate that. I love the fact that you have your license to drive a bus. Okay, and I think that is one of my favorite parts about this whole story, is the fact that you are driving a bus, and the fact that you drive the athletic teams wherever they want. So you can vouch for the fact that in my school bus stories from last week, they go on, they do happen. I love the fact that you would hit the speed bumps intentionally. So this is by a verified bus driver whose name is also Brad. So Brad, thank you for that story about being a bus driver and what you like to do to the children on the bus ride. From Cholo, and he likes to point out the fact that he didn't have a very good childhood. His back-to-school stories were rather uneventful. He would just go to school and he'd sleep all day long after doing too much online gaming. And his teachers would just give him one of those strange looks. Cholo, I hope that the strange looks were not just due to the gaming, but also due to something else. Cholo, I've seen many of your videos. You've got all kinds of quirky personality traits, which I love every time I see them. So Cholo, this is something you can delve into deeper. Cholo, thank you for sharing. We've got Gavin here. Gavin loves his favorite school memory, and this might be our final one. To be honest, I'm not sure as I go through here. His final school memory is the fact that he had a chance to burn all of his papers that the teachers made him keep in those binders. So Gavin, his favorite part of it was lighting everything on fire. Now we have a very big throwback story, because Augie, one of my favorite silver fitness people from Europe, he loved to fact to share with us that in 1976, in his part of the UK, they hadn't had any rain since sometime in May. They started back to school as usual in the first week of September. It was a couple of months off his 16 years old and looking forward to his final year of mandatory education. I like the fact mandatory. Now, many of us, we go to school beyond what's mandatory. I think 16 is still the mandatory age. That being said, I recommend you get your full education. You want to get that diploma. I can't speak for other parts of the world, but the average income you make being a high school graduate by not high school graduate is making an average in North America an extra $10,000 a year. It makes a big difference. Finish your education, my younger followers. You want to get that degree. Anyway, I digress. Back to Augie's story. So, we were officially in drought, and the government appointed a minister for drought in the end of August. But then there was a horrendous thunderstorm that hit all of us. None of the kids were prepared for it, so everyone got drenched. So Augie's, one of his greatest childhood memories was being ill-prepared for rain. Now, we all have different childhood memories. I shared some of mine with you about broken bones and whatnot. Augie, though, he showed up to school and got very wet one day. Augie, I'm glad he survived. That's a challenge for many of us. His other one was the fact in his teens, and he loved going to school discos and getting to dance with the girls. Augie, still a ladies' man. I've seen the fact you can barely keep up with your wife in videos. She's a phenomenal, strong woman who you are lucky to have in your life. Great share, Augie. I love the story. From there, as we go through, Miles B. Runnin. This one has made me smile consistently ever since I read it. I asked you for a picture of you in the shirt. You couldn't find one. No problem. But Miles B. Runnin shared with us that he doesn't have any crazy back-to-school stories, but he always had to wear his favorite outfit. And his favorite outfit was, in first grade, it was a shark shirt with denim white striped shorts. Miles B. Runnin, I know if you still had that outfit, you would wear it today. That outfit would still be, as they say, flamin' hot. That is your stories. Thank you for being part of myBSlife. It is our community, and I loved every single one of them. Thank you so much. As I sit here on the fridge, I'm not sitting on the fridge, I'm sitting in front of the fridge. Okay, normally people do a retake of this, but I only do stuff in one take, so it is what it is. As I sit here on the floor in front of the fridge, I'm thinking about our community. Let's do a quick community update. Picture is gonna be right here, I think. We'll see when I move here. I'm trying not to use the green screen as much this week. My chief assistant said, go less green screen, so I'm trying to do less green screen. So we're getting around my house right here. We're in the kitchen in front of the fridge on the floor. You can see it's a bottom part freezer. Now, some people like these kind of freezers because they're lower. You find stuff doesn't get lost in them as much because you can pull it right out and see it like drawers. But the issue with them is you don't get as much in there. Anyway, back to the community. This is what happened this past week. We didn't get the same kind of feedback on community, even though I had just as many people rolling through. I guess I just wasn't asking as many community type questions. But who we did hear from is this. We heard from Arkansas, Utah, Qatar, Indonesia, Australia again. Love the land down under. Favorite band as an aside from, there's a few big hits, but of course, Men at Work. Huge Australia, I'm sure, and they're huge, and also Midnight Oil. That's what I was saying. Midnight Oil, Beds Are Burning. That was their big hit. I believe they're also known for Kylie Minogue. So some of my Australian friends, if you can let me know, I believe you're big Kylie Minogue people, and Midnight Oil. Those are your people. For sure. Anyway, I digress. Also, Colorado, Philippines, Indiana, South Carolina, and several people just said the USA. So they're being a little broad there, but that's okay. Don't worry. Look, and when you send me your address, no, not your address. When you send me what country or what place you're in, I'm not trying to look for your address. I just like to know where in the world we are. That's this week's map update. Still, nothing from Russia. Very elusive, the Russians. We'll see what happens. That's what's happening. I'm still in the kitchen. Our food theme continues on. This is my refrigerator behind me. I'm leaning on my freezer. That's our world map update. Let's keep going. All right, one of my favorite parts of every week is when we get into the OAF, the weekly OAF. In case you forgot, that is the outlandish, the wild, and the fun stories of the week. This week, we've got three that are gonna hit all three of those for sure. Number one, the outlandish. You see, in Sweden, they just opened, they've had this museum going for a while. It's the museum of disgusting things. Things like, like frog smoothies, bull penis, stuff like that, and you can check out all animal stuff. Now they're mixing in drinks as a special exhibit only. So some of the drinks going on right now, they talk about the fact that they're making bitter herbal liqueurs, as well as Fernet Branco. I don't even know what that is, but I'm sure it's delicious in its own way. But when they really go to it, the one they're really looking at is like an ancient Korean beverage concocted for medicinal purposes from fermented child's feces and rice. Now, I've eaten rice, as you know, both cooked and you've seen uncooked. But I've never mixed in with child's feces. I'm gonna pass on that one, but if you're from South Korea and you've given that a try, let me know what you think. That's another one. The other ones they talk about that are going on there, they've got a spit fermented cornmeal beer from Peru. They've got a Ugandan gin made from fermented bananas. And of course, your classic wine made from an overripe orange that's also been fermented in a prison toilet. So all kinds of stuff are going on. As you think about it, you gotta decide what you like and what you don't like. Maybe you prefer the Icelandic beer made with whale testicle. You know, that's been smoked inside sheep's dung. Maybe that's what it is for you. But if those are your things, we probably aren't going to have a lot of beverages together. That's our outlandish story of the week. Our wild story of the week is a shocker. It's a throwback to a couple years ago. That's when they're doing a special frog exhibit in Japan. So what they made, of course, frog Sammies on a blackened bun. The price was about €5.50 or 1,000 yen. And as it went along, it was a bun that was pitch black, made from bamboo, to make it look so dark. That's what gave it its distinct dark charcoal color. What they did is they would end up deep frying this frog, putting it in the bun, serve it up. You know, as a bit of a promo. So if you love eating different things and if you love deep fried things, maybe you give the deep fried frog a try. Let me know what you think if you did. Japan, always some quirky stuff to try there. And our fun story of the week comes from McDonald's, as many fun times do. If you've been to their play place, you know their play places can be a lot of fun. I didn't know this, and I haven't been to McDonald's since I started filming this to see, is the fact that the fry box, what they have in the fry box is apparently in the fry box, it's got a little hash part, so you can flip it down. And the reason why you flip it down, I'm gonna put a picture somewhere around me of what the fry box looks like. That is meant for you to put ketchup in for when you're dipping your fries. So if you're looking for a place to dip your fries, in there. I feel like personally it would be a projectile. You'd push it down there, that little thing would snap up, it would spray ketchup all over the place, and next thing you know, you're covered in ketchup eating your fries. Maybe that's just me, maybe that's just more about my experiences eating fries and some of your experiences. But that's just it. There's your outlandish, there's your wild, and there's your fun story of the week. If you have any chance, check all those out. I'm gonna have all those links somewhere in the description below. So the weekend update. This past week was a pretty busy week, as you know. Started out by doing, well, the BS Banter. Let's be honest, that was chaos. All the childhood stories in and around the school buses. I had all kinds of questions about the school buses. Why was I on school buses? Was I in a school bus? Do I drive a school bus? I don't drive a school bus. I've never driven a school bus. That being said, I've ridden many, many times in a school bus. That being said, that school bus was not my school bus. I don't own that school bus. I did appreciate the use of that school bus. So to the unknowing donor's probably not the word, but share of the school bus, thank you so much for that. From there, I went on to the workout in the barn. I did a 25-minute AMRAP, lower body, great one. I could really feel the hip twist the next day. And I was also, that's one of the workouts I've come home the dirtiest from. There's so much sand blowing in that barn, and as I know, a lot of you guys comment on the fact that you didn't think the barn roof was gonna stay on. To be honest, neither did I. That roof was rattling, creaking, something fierce, as you can see, as you can hear if you check that thing out. Great workout. Just now I can see why more people don't work out in barns. It's really not ideal. Then the last work I did was the one I did live in the woods, or workout in the forest. That was when I did a live one, I wrote one 60-minute EMOM. That means every minute on the minute. I did 5 push-ups or burpees, 5 jumping jacks, 5 sips all the way through, and I had a chance to chat with all of you. If you haven't seen that one, check that one out. If you think the live workout was fun, let me know. If you think there's a better time to do the live workout, let me know. I'm all about the workouts as we go along through. I think it's so much fun. I think it's great. And I tried to work in a workout that everyone would be able to do regardless of your ability level, where I also had a chance to interact with you, get up to the screen, read your comments, and see what was going on. So for me, that was a ton of fun right there. Besides that, this week, I've been doing my regular workouts. The other thing, I'm debating taking up running. I think I'm gonna try and run 5K. Not like in a race, because no one's actually doing races, but I think that might be my next personal challenge. We'll see. A bunch of you runners out there, you comment on the fact that I should be running more. We'll see. To be honest, I don't really enjoy running, but I think running's really good for you. So that's another thing as we go on. So that was this past week as we go along. How are your workouts this past week? Did you join me for any of them? And don't forget, if you ever want me to modify one of my workouts for you, I am totally happy to do that. That's this past week in World Workouts. So that's it. Another week of BS Banter. As you can see, food lovers unite. This is what we do. We go to different places, we see different things. And for something that was filmed based all around food with my HelloFresh experience, I thought, how can I not finish this up by filming right outside a grocery store? Yes, we've got pumpkins in, because that's what's going on. We're almost at pumpkin season. What else is over here? Pumpkins, and this is what's going on. This is where I am. So thank you for your support. I hope you guys had another amazing week. I had a great week. Until next week, see where BS Banter takes us next week. And honestly, As many of you know by now, I don't plan this stuff out that far ahead of time. I really have no idea. We're gonna see what happens. I hope you enjoyed everyone else's back to school stories as much as I did. I love them all, they are so good. If you're one of the brave few who made it this far into the video, share your favorite color with me. I'd love to know, just throw it in the comments really subtly. I'd love to know. Until next time, I'm Brad, that's My BS Life. Thank you so much for being a part of it. You guys are awesome. Hope you enjoyed my feedback, and hey, let's see where we all go. Until next time, see ya.